Welcome to the Fort Johnson podcast. Hello, everyone. I'm Jeff England, and welcome back to another episode. This week is all about Retiree Appreciation Day, or as we like to call it, RAD. This annual event is dedicated to celebrating and honoring the service of our military retirees. As a retired serviceman myself, I understand the sacrifices made by these individuals, and I am proud to be part of this tradition at Fort Johnson. But RAD is not just about festivities and fun. It also serves as an important platform to inform retirees about their benefits and connect with them with valuable retiree services. So in this episode, we will not only be discussing the activities and events planned for RAD on October 21st, but also the educational aspect of this event that supports the welfare of our beloved retirees. So sit back, relax, and tune in to learn more about how Fort Johnson shows appreciation to our military retirees on Retiree Appreciation Day. So let's dive in and get started. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever you are listening to this podcast, I'm Jeff England, and you are right here in the studio with me and my guest, Joel Locklear. How are you doing, Joel?
Hey, I'm doing great, Joel. Thanks for asking.
I'm great. Thank you for coming in. I really do appreciate it. So we've got RAD coming up, Retiree Appreciation Day, and it is on October 21st. It's a Saturday from 8 in the morning till...
We actually moved it to the right an hour. It starts at 9 a.m.
Oh, that gives us an extra chance to sleep in an extra hour.
Yeah.
Kind of like daylight saving time.
That's kind of why we did it. We want more people to attend the opening ceremony at Building 250.
Oh, excellent. So 250 is that's the one behind the In-N-Out Processing Center.
No, that's actually the Consolidated In-N-Out Processing
Oh, it's the actual In-N-Out Processing Center, which is located across BJAC.
Right.
Across the road, or down the hill, across the road, down the hill.
And for your listeners, look, 1716 3rd Street, Building 250.
That actually comes up on Google Maps and all your... all the mapping systems and stuff. So we've got, how long has this been going on? I mean, it's going to be the inaugural Retiree Appreciation Day for Fort Johnson, but back on Fort Polk, how long have we been doing this?
This is our 47th.
Wow, 47.
47, yes.
That's crazy.
And we skipped a year for COVID, but, you know.
So the
we are back.
The retirees that went to the first Retiree Appreciation are now appreciating the retirees that retired 40 years after they got out.
They are old. And God bless them. I hope they're still around. I really do.
So what kind of opportunities do we have going on at the Appreciation Day? I know there'll be popcorn. Absolutely.
It's going to be service oriented, and it's going to be taking care of folks, right? We're going to have ID cards. So if you want to come out and get a new ID card, you can. We'll have legal.
They do have the new ID cards.
Yeah.
So they're no longer the old fashioned blue ones or the red one like I have. They look like CACs now.
That's right. That's right.
So
and we're going to have some legal services, all at Building 250. And then across the street at Bain Jones Army Community Hospital, we're going to have, it starts right after the opening ceremony, we're going to have immunizations, dental screenings, health screenings. It's a large event. And then on the information side, which I like, because you'd be surprised how many retirees and family members of retirees don't know exactly what they're offered. You know, they don't know what they're eligible to get. I was talking to a survivor the other day, and she said, I can use legal services. And I was like, yeah, you know, I can get discounts, or I can get free hunting and fishing license because I'm a 50% disabled veteran. Sure you can, right? And all those, we'll have those people out there.
Excellent. And I'm sure you'll have information booths, of course, equipment displays.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad you mentioned that. That's a big thing for our soldiers here on the installation. They like to do their tactical displays, and we're going to have 46 engineers, 3rd Brigade, 10th Mountain Division. 705th Explosive Ordnance Disposal. It will be out there. They're going to have their disposal robots, which is kind of a cool thing. They got a robot that can pick you and me up together.
Oh, wow.
I'm serious. I don't want to try it, but
Yeah, we might break it.
yeah. We're going to have the MPs from 519th MPs, and hoping they bring the service dogs. Those are pretty cool. I'll stick a service dog on you if you want me to.
No, I'm good. I left my sleeve at home. So.
But yeah, there's a lot to do. One of the bigger attractions I like is the paratroopers. JRTC and Ops Group usually sends out first of the 509th.
To drop in or to drive in?
They have a table set up with the new parachute rig and a parachute dummy on a rack.
Oh, that's that big square one.
Yeah. And you can see the old airborne paratroopers. As soon as they walk in, it's just like a magnet sucking them in, right? And I tell you, a couple years ago, this older gentleman, he must have been about 85 or so. He was hunched over. He was barely walking. But when you
jump out of airplanes, it kind of takes a toll on your body.
But he put that rig on, and man, he stood up a little taller. Chest poked out a little bit. He was strutting around like a guinea rooster.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Pretty cool.
I'm sure he was probably showing off to all the legs. So we'll also have refreshments out there, right? You're not going to make us starve and dehydrate.
I'm glad you said that, because right after opening remarks, we're going to have a cake cutting ceremony where the garrison commander, Colonel Lopez, is going to chop up a big old sheet cake for everybody.
Oh, nice.
And then we will have some other refreshments out there.
Popcorn.
I hope so.
Yeah, I hope so. Popcorn's a big thing for me.
It is.
I love my popcorn. I go to the movies just to get popcorn.
Really?
Yes, and I know it's the most expensive popcorn in the world, but I just cannot copy that taste anywhere.
Yeah.
It's
butter?
just, or motor oil that they put on there. You know, it's not even real butter. It's like just some kind of oil, but they got the butter and then they got the butter salt stuff. It's like, I love that stuff.
And then right after the opening ceremony, we're having a golf tournament over to Warrior Hills Golf Course. That address is 1321 Core Road, and it starts at 10 a.m. Now, this is going to be a four-person team scramble. People can pre-register by calling area code 337-531-4661. And don't worry, if you don't have a team, it's okay. We'll make you a team, right? We have prizes every year. We get really good prizes for giveaways. They have closest to the hole, furthest from the hole. I mean, that's the one I win every year. Furthest from the hole.
If I was to get in, I could probably win high score.
Oh yeah,
yeah, absolutely. Okay. I'm really good at getting the high score in golf.
Yeah, it's a big event for us too. And then right after, they're going to have lunch, so it's a nice event. So if you want to register, just remember 337-531-4661.
And that starts at 10.
That starts at 10 o'clock. Yeah,
and that is brought to you by Soldier for Life.
Yeah,
Soldier for Life.
Yes, it is. And these are retired counsel. Right, they're the sponsors of this, so it's a pretty good thing.
Awesome, and that's 1321 Core Road. That's over by Mulligan's and the Warrior Center
and the Forge.
And the Forge. Yeah, the Forge. Sure I can't. I still call it Mulligan's. It's been a while.
I know. I get it.
Mulligan. We could call it. I'll take a mulligan on that, and we'll just the Forge and the Warrior Community Center, and that's where we have all the Warrior Information Exchange.
Yes,
right there. Mm-hmm. And if somebody can't, and you've got the driving range right there too.
Yes, and by the way, that driving range is one of the top ones in the state. It's a really nice driving range. They really didn't pull any expense when they were making that one.
I'd like to get Top Golf. Have you ever done Top Golf?
No.
That's some fun stuff right there. It was fun. So we've got the information booths and that's for all kinds of information. Will there be any information for those that are in what's called the gray area, the gray zone for retirees from the reserves that aren't really retired yet?
Yes, sir, Jeff. That's my world.
Woo!
That's where I live. I can help people with paperwork, get them on the road, give them basic information. And one of the other things that there's going to be a lot of veteran service organizations, VFWs and American Legions will be out there. They're trying to not only drum up business, but they have the subject matter experts for the gray area retirees. And then there's some things that a lot of people don't really think about when they retire, like dental insurance and vision insurance. Yes, you get some with TRICARE, but you're going to need dental insurance, right? So where do you get that? Well, we're going to have those agencies here to talk to people and be candid with them.
Now, how much do you know about the insurances and stuff like that? Because I isn't it TRICARE for life?
Well, yes, for most folks. But TRICARE for Life only covers vision once every 2 years. You get an appointment every 2 years to get, but it won't cover glasses. So it's like myself. I have additional, I'm a retiree, 23 years, 1 month, 13 days, field artillery, king of battle. Whoa.
I'm sure you counted down the days to that, too.
I did. And I retired right here on Fort Johnson. Back then it was Fort Polk. And it was back in 2010 from 525 Field Artillery, Red Lake. And I have dental insurance for my family, and I have vision insurance just because TRICARE is good, but it doesn't always cover some of the things that I need.
Yeah, that's like the Blue Cross Blue Shield for the civilian workers. Right. It's good. It's great health care, but it's nothing for dental.
Right.
Or vision, I think. No, so I have to get all the different kinds because, like you said, the gray area, we don't get to collect until we're 60.
That's correct.
And so
that's correct.
That's
when you reap the benefits of your hard work for all those years.
Yeah, and then it's not even stay in for 20 years if you're active duty. Stay in. And
you want to hear the coolest story? I got my first specialist retired gray area guy.
A specialist.
His 20-year letter as a specialist. And he's been drawing retired pay since 1987.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, wow.
That's crazy.
That is.
So tell us a little bit about the opening ceremony. It's will we be raising the flag, or will it just be like a speech? And, of course, the cake cutting. You can't leave out the cake cutting.
That's correct. We're going to meet on the backside of Building 250. It's going to start right at 09 or 9 a.m. We're going to do opening remarks by our council president, which is our council chairman, which is Lieutenant Colonel retired Mike Juneau. And then right after that, he's going to turn it over to Colonel Lopez. Colonel Lopez will have a few remarks, maybe 10 minutes worth, and then we're going to jump right into the cake cutting. And once we cut the cake, he will proclaim the Retiree Appreciation Day Fair is open.
Well, I'm sure it's a little late for me to put in my request for buttercream.
That's what they do.
Is it really?
Do. Yeah.
Sweet?
A local
score?
A local company volunteers.
Oh, how nice.
And donates all that stuff to us. And come on, we got some great donuts, too. I'm getting 50 dozen donuts.
50 dozen?
50 dozen.
And you said the MPs are going to be there?
Yes.
Oh, so
40 dozen.
40 dozen. So we got the opening ceremony and the cake cutting, which is part of the opening ceremony. Then and it's going to be right across the street from Bain Jones Army Community Hospital, and you're going to be having information booths, which will give us legal advice, financial advice. We've got the VFW and the American Legion. Do you know the difference between the VFW and the American Legion for like membership requirements?
I'm not the subject matter expert on that, but I know that there are some requirements. Like, for instance, some of the American Legions are only for retirees.
Ooh, I think there's only one of those. And that's right there in New Lano, or behind New Lano, somewhere around there.
Now, I don't want our listeners to be confused. This isn't just for retirees, okay? I know it's a Retiree Appreciation Day, but there are some DOD ID card holders that may be able to utilize some of the services. They can sure come to the golf tournament
Well, absolutely.
Come get some donuts.
You know what I'd like to see is civilian retiree appreciation day, or maybe bring in some information for civilian retirees.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Well, a lot of retirees will come in and hit us up for that. Okay, I'll give them what I have, what information I can get my hands on. But that would be a great idea. We need to mention that to hire.
I think we do. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Hey, command, civilian retirees. I'm just saying that because I'm getting close. Someday close. If I could pay off my bills, which is a never-ending story, and of course, I've always got that the weekly retiree ticket thing. See if my retirement comes through. But every time the numbers just don't come up, and I just wasted more money on another lotto ticket. So hopefully someday it'll pay off.
We'll be there one day.
And the golf tournament is that a scramble? And I know it's not an invitational, because an invitational you have to be invited,
right.
But everyone's invited, so it's an open invitation.
It is. It's an open invitation. Come on out. It's a scramble, 4-person teams. And if you don't have a team, like I said, don't worry about it. We will team you up with somebody.
Oh, you know what else might be a great idea? Oh, man, I'm going to have to start coming to the planning committees meetings and stuff, like a pancake breakfast.
We were trying to get some breakfast burritos. More to follow on that.
Breakfast burritos, I'm there.
Yeah.
With the fried potatoes.
Yes.
Yes.
That's the only way.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You got the little burritos that just have the eggs and cheese in it. It's like, no, it needs the potatoes or maybe even hash brown.
Yeah.
So, and some salsa.
And all of this that's going to be happening is volunteered. Right?
That is so nice.
Agencies show up because they want to, not because they have to.
And retirees can be anywhere from, I would have to say, probably 38 years old up to 100 and something.
Well, we have some that are even younger. We have medical retirees.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about those.
Actually retired from the Army, some in their 20s.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Are you going to have the VA? Is the VA going to have any representation there?
We're going to have a VA rep there and an information table for them.
Excuse me. So we've got, and what I was getting to is, the older we get, the more my body falls apart. I mean, it's like I turned like 40 or 50, whatever it was, and my warranty fell out, or just.
Yeah.
So now I'm getting phone calls about renewing my warranty, and
and you got to know how to claim that stuff.
That was a joke.
Yeah.
The warranty calls.
Look, I just got a brand new hip 43 days ago, okay? And thank goodness I was still under warranty.
Oh, excellent. But so will there be health screenings?
Yes.
We're right there next to BJAC.
Yes, Bain Jones Army Community Hospital will be doing some health screenings, Ask a Doc, immunizations.
Well, it is coming up on flu season, isn't it?
Yeah, I think
so.
And I hadn't got I don't know if they're going to have the flu shot, but they're going to try to.
I hope so.
There has been a shortage this year.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
And how about dental screenings?
Yes.
Will there be any dentists there?
Yes, on the second floor.
On the second floor?
Yes.
Of the In-N-Out Processing Center?
Bain Jones Army Community
Bain Jones. So
yeah.
This Retiree Appreciation Day is bigger than just one area. It's both sides of the street.
Oh, yes. And Bain Jones Army Community Hospital does a great job. They have a ton of information tables and a ton of things to do. Also giveaways. I mean, there are people that come through there and grab a couple of giveaway bags from some of my insurance people and then fill it up with other giveaway stuff.
What kind? Now, when you say insurance, is that going to be like health insurance kind of stuff, or will it be like the gecko out there so I can go grab some gecko material?
The insurance companies I'm referring to are screened and vetted through the government.
Excellent.
The vision insurance and the dental insurance folks go through Fed VIP.
Oh, yeah.
Or benefits.
Benefits, yeah.
And I am getting I got a call yesterday from an organization that is an assistance to vets to help them with their TRICARE for Life. It's a pretty cool thing.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. And then we've got, of course, the VA and They can help you with any kind of claims that you might have for service-connected disabilities.
Right.
And in order to know what you need to be able to file a claim, it has to be service-connected. It has to be a covered disability, and you have to show. And it has to have happened while in the service,
Right.
or be connected to the service. So, I mean, there's three requirements for it, and VA will be there to help guide you through that too.
Yes, and some people don't realize, let's say you injured yourself playing football, and you told the Army when you came in that you had injured yourself playing football.
Prior existing.
Yeah, and the Army said, okay, you did, but it's good enough, you can come in. But then you exacerbated that, or you re-injured that while you were in the military. That is covered.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
The existing thing can be covered if it's exacerbated by your military service. And that's the kind of stuff we'll have out. We're going to have information. Now, we're not going to be doing any claim processing. That's too...
No, but the information will be there.
Exactly, and they'll know where to go and who to see and what forms to fill out and what forms to bring with them. Because with every VA claim, you definitely have to have proof. And that proof is in two forms, either a medical record or what we call a buddy statement, or a claim in lieu of medical, or a statement in lieu of medical records. Like you and I served together, and you saw me fall out of that truck.
I did.
Yes.
I was there.
That's all it'd take is for you to say, hey, I saw him fall out that truck. And because, I mean, I'm kind of old school. I retired in 2010, but we didn't go to sick call a lot.
No, and that was the big problem that I had. It's like, well, they looked at one of my problems with my back, and they said, well, you went to a bunch of exams and never complained about your back. It's like, because I didn't want to get kicked out.
That's right.
And with the proper nexus letter, and a nexus is the connection, with a properly written nexus letter, she was able to explain why I didn't complain and why I didn't have all these records on there. So, I mean, there are ways, but you have to know what you're doing, and the more information, the better off you get.
That's right.
So it's the more you know.
And that's still, and Jeff, that still goes on today. I see soldiers every day limping around, and I'm like, hey, why don't you, I don't want to get on profile. I don't want to be kicked out. I don't want to be med boarded. So it's still going on.
Exactly.
You got to take care of you. Just document it, or shake somebody and say, hey, you saw that, right?
Yeah,
right.
Those are buddy letters,
That's
and the
right.
buddy letters will always help. And it's not just from service buddies. It can also be from family members.
That's right.
Like sleep apnea. If it helps, it's like, look, the wife is complaining, the husband's complaining. It's like, see, that's another problem I have.
And we'll be there, Jeff. There'll be myself. I'll be floating around there. Another gentleman, Mark Anderson. Can't miss him.
I've heard of him.
Big, tall, Viking-looking dude. He's gonna be floating around, and Larry Pico will be out there.
I heard of him.
And every one of those folks has served as a retirement service officer and is very, very knowledgeable about the whole process and what it takes.
Nice.
So
Nice. And we've got the all of the there's more information booths there too, and I'm sure there's will there be commercial entity, like commercial businesses there showing off their stuff, or maybe some kind of military specials or military retiree specials?
you might see a bag of community coffee sitting out
Ooh.
from the coffee we're making,
Nice.
but no, there's no
So this is strictly military government stuff.
oriented type stuff.
Nice. That's
And if it is a outside agency, they've got to be pro bono to the military to be there.
pro bono.
Yeah, in other words, free.
Yeah, free. Free's good. Free's my favorite price.
Yeah.
Free's my favorite price. See, I can't even afford to pay attention.
Well, you do pretty good, man.
I try. I try. So we've got the dental screenings, the pharmacy, The pharmacy's right there in the BJAC.
I'm glad you mentioned that because I forgot to say that.
See,
Yeah.
I'm always trying to help.
Yeah, the pharmacy's going to be there. They'll be open for pharmacy services. Okay. So if you've got a script, bring it. If you can't get it filled, we'll try.
A script makes it easier to read
Yes.
and speak.
Yes.
Yes. Not all of my jokes are funny. Come on, Joel. Lighten up.
I'm trying.
47th annual.
That's a lot, isn't it?
That's a lot.
Man.
That's like people weren't even alive when the first one, and now they're going to it
happened.
because they're retired.
The first one happened 10 years before I joined the Army.
Yeah, you don't even want to know.
When did you join, Jeff?
92.
92. I joined in 86. I was a meteorologist for the field artillery, and I actually flew fallout meteorological missions for Chernobyl because my first duty station was Germany. And we were outside going, why does everything taste like metal? Well,
It's a burnt penny.
that's, that's one of my claims.
Oops.
Yeah.
That's a little bit more than the burn pits
Yes,
over
sir.
in the Middle East. But my claim I was mostly for my tours was the Clinton tour.
Okay.
So I went to Korea and I went to Bosnia and Saudi Arabia for Southern Watch and Joint Forge and the Kosovo Air Campaign. And but being in the Air Force doesn't see a lot of combat unless you're the fighter pilot. So I spent my time in a DJ booth playing music.
Well, look, I tell you what, for the guy on the ground, the field artillery guy, the infantry guy, seeing the Air Force during Desert Storm, nothing was sweeter than seeing those warthogs.
Oh, yeah, I love the A-10. Nah, it's a wonk.
Man, it was nice. It was nice, and it was a comfort.
Yeah,
knowing that we're on the correct side.
There are certain things that certain people are afraid of, and they don't want to see. They don't want to see the A-10 coming in.
That's right.
And they don't want to see the Hind. Yeah. Those are the two that I know that bad guys do not like to see.
So you were there when the Clinton administration fired cruise missiles at Saddam Hussein and shortened the no-fly zone?
Yes.
Okay.
I was in Khobar Towers 1 year to the day that before it blew up.
I was in the neutral zone testing the Paladins out in the middle of the desert.
Oh, nice.
And all of a sudden, cruise missiles went shoo, 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 shoo.
Like, oops.
And I was like, and then they brought us live ammo and go, here, lock and load.
Oh, wow. That's more than they trusted me with. They didn't even trust me with magazines. But when I got to Korea, I had gotten to Korea just around the same time as a North Korean submarine had beached itself in South Korea, and they had the North Korean soldiers running around South Korea killing people. It's like, oh, welcome to Korea.
And you know what? Y'all come on out and talk to us. We'll have some good war stories for folks that day.
Oh yeah, I've been trying to get the special forces in here so we can talk. Get a couple of Green Berets to talk about their adventures.
Yeah.
Because the closest that I got to see anything about Green Berets is the movies and the Unit, or I don't even know. It was the Unit. You remember the show The Unit, right?
Yes.
Were they the Green Berets? Because I don't ever remember seeing them wearing berets. It was always.
I can't remember.
And then we got Navy SEAL.
Yeah.
And then the Navy SEALs, but we don't have many Navy around here. But we do.
Yeah.
We do have some Navy.
And we got some Air Force guys.
Yeah, well, I can attest to that. Yeah. Then we got some Navy people that went to the Air Force. Mm-hmm. See? And they're all in this building.
And just south of here, we have a large contingency of Coast Guard. But Lake Charles.
Oh, yeah, down where the coast is.
All you Lake Charles folks, if you want to come on up for Retiree Appreciation Day, please do that.
Do it.
Yes.
Do it. Mm-hmm. Well, all right. Let's see. Is there anything else that we missed? I mean,
I just want to say one more time that this is going to happen on Saturday, the 21st of October. It's going to be at 1716 3rd Street here on Fort Johnson. Start time is 9 a.m. for the opening ceremony. You'll see me there. I'll introduce the speaker, the chairman of the retired council. He'll introduce the garrison commander. We'll cut some cake, and please come on down. Come on down and see what we have to offer. You know what we forgot to mention?
What's that?
Commissary and PX.
Oh, they better be there.
Oh, they are. They're going to be out, and they're going to be having specials and sales, and sometimes they give out gift cards randomly. It's pretty cool.
Ooh, I always like their the swag bags.
Yes.
Their little bags that they give out. They always got something decent in there.
Yeah. Yes, they do. And all that's going to happen on the 21st, Saturday the 21st.
Everybody's going to be out there.
Yeah.
That's great. So be sure.
I've already put in the memo for good weather.
Yes, please.
So-
We need some decent weather. Not too hot, not too cold, but we still need rain to replenish the water that we haven't gotten this year. So Joel Locklear, I appreciate you coming in, and I want to make sure that you come back soon, because we are always looking for good people to talk to.
Well, I appreciate that, and I am good people.
All right. Well, I am Jeff England, and you've been watching the Fort Johnson podcast here at the Fort Johnson Studios. You like that? The studios.
I do.
Anyway.
We're big time.
Absolutely. This is great. Got our new desk and our new studio going on, and we appreciate you watching. And please tune in every week. Give us a shout out. Leave a comment below. See what you want to. I want to know what you guys want to see or talk about on our podcast, and be sure to subscribe and like our pages. I appreciate you. I'm Jeff England from the Fort Johnson Public Affairs Office, and we shall be watching and listening at you later.
That was easy.